Hitler did not lose the war in a single day. But according to many historians, his biggest mistake was invading the Soviet Union. Because that decision forced Germany to fight a war on two fronts, and it changed the course of history. 1941. Most of Europe was already under Nazi control. France had fallen. Poland had been occupied. The German army was advancing rapidly. Adolf Hitler seemed unstoppable. But at that moment, one of the most critical decisions in history was made. Hitler turned east. He decided to invade the Soviet Union. This operation was called Operation Barbarossa. June 22, 1941. Germany launched one of the largest land invasions in history. More than 3 million German soldiers crossed the Soviet border. Thousands of tanks, aircraft, and artillery units moved east. In the first months, the German army achieved massive success. The Soviet army was retreating. Cities were falling quickly. It looked like Hitler's plan was working. But the Soviets adopted a different strategy. They retreated. But as they withdrew, they destroyed everything behind them. Bridges were blown up. Supply depots were burned. Fields were left empty. The German army kept advancing, but its supply lines were getting longer and longer. And as the war dragged on, Germany's advantage slowly began to disappear. Then winter came, and the Russian winter had stopped many armies before. Temperatures dropped to -30 degrees. Tank engines froze. Weapons stopped working. German soldiers were not prepared for winter, and the advance stopped. In 1942, the war entered a new phase. The German army reached the city of Stalingrad. The city became the scene of months of brutal street fighting. But eventually, the Soviets launched a massive counterattack. The German army was surrounded. Nearly 300,000 German soldiers were trapped in the city. For Hitler, this was one of the greatest disasters of the war. After Stalingrad, the balance of the war changed. The Soviet army began pushing west. Germany was now on the defensive. And eventually, Soviet tanks reached Berlin. In 1945, the war came to an end. But Hitler did not see the invasion of the Soviet Union as just a military decision. For him, it was also an ideological war. Hitler believed the Soviet Union had to be destroyed. To the Nazis, communism was a major threat to Germany. But there was another goal as well. Germany wanted more land. Hitler called this Lebensraum, meaning living space. He believed the German people should expand eastward. Some German generals believed this plan was extremely risky. The Soviet Union was enormous. The distances were vast. Protecting supply lines would be difficult. And Germany was still at war with Britain, which meant Germany would be fighting on two fronts. But Hitler ignored these warnings. He believed the Soviets were weak and that they would collapse within months.
But that decision changed the course of World War II.